Today, I want to talk about visibility, not fake visibility, not forced branding, not pretending to be someone you're not in order to survive the algorithm. I want to talk today about authentic visibility because we're living in a time where people are more visible than ever, and they're also simultaneously more disconnected from themselves than ever before as well. Many people know how to post. Many people know how to perform. Many people know how to market. But very few people know how to be seen without abandoning their nervous system, without abandoning their humanity, their voice, or their identity. And this especially impacts artists, speakers, coaches, creators, entrepreneurs, educators, leaders, and performers. As we always say here, many gifted people are not struggling because they lack talent. They're struggling because visibility often feels emotionally unsafe. Some people can't sing. Some people can sing. Some people can sing in front of thousands, but freeze in front of a phone camera. I'll read that one more time. Some people can sing in front of thousands, but freeze in front of a phone camera. Few people come to mind. Some can lead rooms beautifully, but panic when recording content. Some are deeply powerful in conversation, but become stiff, disconnected, or performative online. And today is all about understanding why. And more importantly, how to become visible in a way that still feels emotionally aligned. Because confidence is not about becoming louder. Confidence is becoming more connected to yourself while being witnessed. Let's talk first today about why people fear cameras more than conversations. Many people ask, why can I talk naturally in person but freeze on camera? It's because cameras create permanence. Conversations disappear, content remains. And the nervous system understands that. I'm gonna read that one more time. Many people will ask, why can I talk naturally in person? Why am I able to talk naturally in person but freeze on camera? Because cameras create permanence. Conversations disappear, content remains. And the nervous system understands that. When someone records themselves, the brain often interprets it as exposure, judgment risk, public evaluation, rejection possibility, or social threat. A camera represents you might be seen by everyone. And for many people, visibility historically has not felt safe, especially if you've ever experienced criticism, bullying, shame, mockery, harsh parenting, perfectionism, or social anxiety. The camera becomes symbolic. It stops being a device and it becomes a mirror of fear. That is why people suddenly overthink, change their voice, forget words, become stiff, lose their personalities, or disconnect emotionally. The issue is rarely talent, the issue is nervous system activation. Let's talk now about authenticity versus performance personas. There's a difference between presence and performance. Many people create online personas because they believe the real me is not enough. So they manufacture versions of themselves: the hyper confident version, the constantly polished version, the motivational version, the unbothered version. And eventually, performing a false identity becomes exhausting. Audiences today are deeply sensitive to authenticity. People are not just attracted to polish, they are attracted to congruence. They can feel when someone is embodied versus pretending. Authenticity does not mean oversharing every wound publicly. It means that your external presence matches your internal truth. And most magnetic people online are often the people who seem emotionally anchored in themselves. Not perfect, anchored. The goal should not be, how do I become impressive? Your goal should be, how do I remain connected to myself while being seen? One more time. The goal should not be, how do I become more impressive? The goal should be, how do I remain connected to myself while being seen? Now let's talk about developing magnetic presence online, and it can be developed. Magnetic presence is not about being the loudest person online. It is about emotional clarity. People are drawn towards certainty, warmth, calmness, honesty, grounded energy, and emotional congruence. Magnetic people make others feel something, and presence is less about strategy than people realize. Presence comes from self trust, emotional regulation, breath, intention, nervous system stability. When someone is deeply trying to go viral, audiences often feel that desperation. But when someone is deeply connected to purpose, audiences feel safety and trust. Your energy communicates before your words do. That is why embodiment matters so deeply. Now let's talk about the role of embodiment in confidence. Confidence is not only mental, it is physical. Many people attempt to think their way into confidence while the body remains contracted. Embodiment means your body, voice, emotions, and thoughts are aligned. Confident people often breathe more deeply, move more slowly, make intentional eye contact, ground themselves physically, and they speak with greater clarity. Anxiety pulls people upward into the mind. Embodiment brings people back into their bodies. One reason why performers lose confidence online is because they disconnect from physical awareness entirely. I'll read that one more time. One reason performers lose confidence online is because they disconnect from physical awareness entirely. They become hyper aware of likes, metrics, angles, criticism, appearance, and they lose connection to their breath, intention, presence, and their humanity. Embodiment restores humanity to visibility. Now let's talk about how posture affects authority. Posture is communication. Before you speak, your body has already introduced you. Collapsed posture often communicates fear, hesitation, insecurity, exhaustion, emotional protection. Open posture communicates readiness, presence, confidence, and authority. This is not about pretending to be dominant. It is about reducing physical contraction. Try noticing today what happens to your voice when your chest collapses. What happens when your spine lengthens? What happens when your feet feel grounded? The body influences the voice. The voice influences perception. Perception influences confidence. Many performers need posture retraining as much as vocal training because the body tells the truth before your words do. Now, let's talk about vocal tone and energetic communication. People do not only respond to words, they respond to energy. A person can say, I'm confident, but if their voice sounds apologetic, disconnected, or fearful, the nervous system of the audience notices. Vocal confidence involves breath support, pace, resonance, clarity, emotional congruence. Many people rush when nervous. Speed often reflects anxiety. Powerful communicators know how to pause, breathe, and land words intentionally. Tone matters way before many people realize. A grounded voice creates trust. This is why vocal coaching is not just about singing. It is about nervous system regulation through sound. The voice is emotional evidence. Of course, the vocal teacher in the room would like that. Let's move forward and talk about fear of judgment and content creation. Fear of judgment stops more dreams than lack of ability. Many people never fully show up because they are mentally rehearsing criticism constantly. What will people think? What if nobody responds? What if I look foolish? What if they misunderstand me? But visibility always includes vulnerability. If you wait until nobody can judge you, you will remain invisible forever. The real work is learning how to tolerate visibility without collapsing emotionally. This requires emotional resilience, self worth beyond validation, safe community, repetition, and nervous system support. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is the willingness to continue despite fear. Let's talk about building confidence on live streams, like the three I'm on right now. Live streaming activates many fears simultaneously: rejection, silence, technical mistakes, real time visibility, and the lack of control. I'm going to read that one more time. Live streaming, for those of you who do it, activates many fears simultaneously: rejection, silence, technical mistakes, real time visibility, and a lack of control. But live streams can also become one of the fastest confidence building tools available because they teach adaptability, presence, real time communication, authentic connection, emotional flexibility. Many people think, I need confidence before I go live. Actually, Going live builds confidence, especially when approached consistently and compassionately. Start smaller, shorter sessions, lower pressure, safe audiences. Confidence develops through reps. Now let's talk about practicing visibility in safe environments. People grow faster when visibility feels emotionally safe. This is why supportive communities matter so deeply. Artists and creators need spaces where they can practice speaking, share imperfect work, experiment publicly, receive encouragement, and develop consistency. Healing visibility wounds requires corrective experiences. The nervous system must learn being seen does not automatically equal danger. Being seen does not automatically equal danger. That shift changes lives. Safe environments create sustainable confidence. Let's talk finally about turning your story into influence. Your story becomes powerful when it becomes useful. People connect to honesty, to humanity, to transformation. You do not need celebrity status to create influence. You need clarity, consistency, connection. The moments you survived in your life may become the exact thing that helps people continue. Your voice matters not because you are perfect, but because you are real. Influence grows when authenticity and service meet. Influence grows when authenticity and service meet. Once again, many people are not struggling because they are untalented. They are struggling because they were never taught how to feel safe being visible. Visibility is emotional. Performance is emotional. Leadership is emotional. And confidence can absolutely be developed. If today's talk has resonated with you, I want to invite you into deeper work with us through camera confidence coaching, online performance intensives, speaker development programs, visibility training, vocal presence coaching, live stream confidence support, and emotional resilience development for creatives and leaders. Because the goal is not to become someone else online, the goal is to become more fully yourself while being witnessed. You deserve to be seen without abandoning your humanity. You deserve visibility that feels aligned. And your voice deserves space in this world. Thank you so much for watching. You can learn more about our work at lovedandlovable.org, askdrflo.com, or lovecityarts.net. I'll see you next time.